Just wait until I show you the temperatures out in the east. But we'll start off by taking a look at a shot from the metro. Here's a shot looking west where you can see we do have a mix of sun and clouds, but all in all, not a bad day out there. And we are staying dry in the metro at this point. 94 degrees is the current temperature, a west-northwest wind at 13 miles per hour. We are at 94 degrees in the metro, 95 in Socorro, but take a look out to the east. They are just baking out here. 99 degrees in Tucumcari, 101 for both Roswell and Carlsbad, 95 in Alamogordo. And the heat will continue at least for the next couple of days, but it does look like relief is not too far away. And we do have a relief in some areas with a few showers going from the northeastern part of the state over into the Sacramentos and over toward the Gila as well. It's still a lean crop of storms, but better than what we've seen over much of the weekend. And we will continue to see at least the chance of a few storms later on this week as we drag a couple of cold fronts through. Right now, we do have high pressure not too far away over toward Texas. That's allowing for that southerly flow to make it more into New Mexico for today. But this area of high pressure will start to wobble a little bit, and tomorrow it's going to wobble into our direction. Then that will cut off as many storms throughout tomorrow afternoon, and it'll also keep the heat going as well. Tonight, we'll be looking for clearing skies through the overnight hours, and it will be mild. Then tomorrow, we crank up the heat once again, especially for those areas out in the east where we'll see temperatures well into the 90s, even approaching the century mark in a few locations. We'll continue with a few spot storms over the higher terrain. And then as we move toward Wednesday, we'll drag in our first backdoor cold front. This one's not going to do a very good job making it into the state, but it will bring a better chance of showers and storms to the northeastern corner of the state. Then later on in the week, we'll bring in another backdoor cold front. This one will sweep through the state, give us a better chance of seeing more widespread shower activity, and it will also cool the temperatures down by next weekend. In fact, we'll be looking at a 15 to 20 degree cool down in some locations, and you'll see that in your zone by zone forecast. Starting off in southern Colorado, where temperatures tomorrow will be in the low to mid 80s with a spot storm possible mainly over the higher terrain. We'll stay at least relatively dry through the middle and latter part of the week with temperatures back into the upper 70s by the weekend. Over the northwest, we're looking for a spot storm possible here. Highs will be in the upper 80s to low 90s, and we'll stay in the low 90s in Farmington through the rest of the work week, and then we're back into the upper 80s for Saturday, mid 80s for Sunday, and that continues into Monday as well. Over the southwest, we're looking for a few storms possible, mainly over the Gila for tomorrow. Highs into the 80s for the high elevation communities, into the mid to upper 90s. Elsewhere, we keep a good chance of showers and storms for the higher elevation communities, especially through the middle and latter part of the week, and then we do cool off a little bit. We're back into the upper 70s by the weekend in Silver City. Over the southeast, another hot day, mid to upper 90s, even 100 in a few locations for tomorrow afternoon. If you want to cool off, you got to go over to the Sacramento Mountains, where Ruidoso will only be at 83 tomorrow, 73 in Cloudcroft. We'll bring the edge off the heat a little bit toward the end of the week, but it's not until that cold front comes through for the weekend that we see much cooler temperatures, only 88 for a high on Saturday. Over the northeast, we're looking for a spot storm possible here. Better chances with those couple of fronts coming through the middle and latter part of the week, and temperatures back into the mid-70s by the weekend. Over the northern mountains, we'll be looking at mountain storms possible for tomorrow, highs in the 70s and 80s. We'll be cooling off in Santa Fe to the mid-70s behind that front for the weekend. Over the east mountains, spot storms possible, highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. In the metro, we'll top out in the low 90s with a very slim chance of us seeing a storm. We'll stay mainly dry throughout the day, and that will be the case throughout much of the week. We'll see better chances of showers and storms toward the end of the week and into the weekend with that front coming through and highs back into the mid to upper 80s.
Okay, thank you, John.